The pandemic has triggered more people to drink. We've reported studies showing binge drinking started soaring about this time last year.
And now more data is revealing spikes in alcohol consumption. A U of A researcher says alcohol use increased by up to 400% in one category.
And that's just in the first 6 months of the pandemic. 9 News' Luz Delia Caballero explains.
William Kilgore with the U of A says the increase in alcohol consumption to cope with the stress of the pandemic is making the ongoing health crisis worse.
One drink turns into 2, into 3, into 4, and you're no longer at moderate drinking anymore.
Kilgore says from April to September of 2020, alcohol consumption skyrocketed, including with morning drinking.
People that were around 5 to 10% likely to be doing that, we're now up to a rate of about 43%.
The study also explored 3 categories and found a steep increase in all of them.
Problematic drinking or hazardous alcohol use doubled during the early course of the pandemic. If we move up a notch, this is probable alcohol dependence. We found a 300%, a tripling of the number of people that fell in that range. Now, if we go to the very extreme end, these are people that are severe alcohol dependents. We saw that the rates increased about 400%.
He says this may be because people don't have their normal outlets. These are some of the effects of binge drinking.
It increases, the rates of liver disease, cancers increase, all-cause mortality. You see higher rates of depression, you see higher rates of anxiety, and there's an increased likelihood of domestic abuse.
Kilgore says with time, your brain will also begin to change.
Where the brain feels that it needs the alcohol. And so you don't feel normal until you start getting that level of alcohol, but it's actually becoming toxic to you.
And he says that can lead to an addiction. Kilgore says in this study, people who left home for work pre-pandemic were affected the most. Those who stayed home or were retired did not see much of a difference.
Changing of the routine has really affected a lot of people.
Though he assures there's a light at the end of the tunnel.
If I've looked at some of the data very preliminarily, it looks like things have leveled off. So we're not continuing just to show that steep incline. I think now that the pandemic is slowing down a little bit.
Luz Delia Caballero, KGUN 9 on your side.